So, as you can see, the leaves, a lot of the leaves have died back, even some of the top ones, and that's what we needed. So I'm just going to get in here and get this started. Got a lot of gardening things that need to be done today as well. It's a beautiful day. It's actually cool. The first cool day we've had in a long time. We've had a bit of a heat wave here, but we have had a lot of rain. So I'm hoping that it hasn't ruined our garlic any. A lot of the leaves have died back, as you can see. Let me open this up and you can see what it is I'm talking about. So the leaves from the bottom, you can see how a lot of them have died back. So most people will say they'll wait until 3 or 4 of them have died back, and we have that. And so we're going to pull it, and I'm just going to set the camera up, and you can see how easy it is. So we actually did a video of me putting this garlic in, and I was showing you just how easy that was. So we'll put the link to that below. We're in a growing zone 4B. So for anybody who wants to think about growing garlic, it is absolutely the easiest thing to grow. So by all means, look, I'm telling you, find some place to put it and just put it in the fall, mulch it in well, and in the spring you fertilize it, and then you fertilize it again a month or so later, and this is what you get. You're never sure of the size of the bulbs until you pull it. And like I said, we've had a lot of rain, so I'm just hoping that none of them have rotted. I've never ever had that happen before, but then again, I've never had the rain that we've had this year. So let's get started on pulling this up. Just to show you, these are the racks. These are old bread racks that I bought years ago for my soap when I was making soap. And so these are what I use now to cure our garlic. So what'll happen is I will actually pull the garlic and I will put it on this, and then I'll put it in the garage someplace out of the sun. And I'll put a fan in the garage as well to make sure that there's great air circulation. And I'll leave it like that for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. And then I will come back in and clean them up, cut the tops off them and the roots on the bottom. And they will be good to store for at least, I would say, 10 months. This year we ran out in March, and when I used the last one in March, it was still in fantastic shape. So I'm just going to pull this one here to show you how easy it is. There's nothing to it. You literally just pull it out of the ground. That's not a bad size. That's not a bad size. We'll take that one. So I'm going to continue doing that with all of them and just leave the camera rolling. So I will usually start in the middle and work my way over on each side. Okay, let's go. The early potatoes that I planted are also ready to be pulled. And when I pull those, I will put some more potatoes in. So there's our first bit. And you see how fast it is to pull them. And so we'll let this all dry off. We're not doing anything at all with them. They're a little muddy because we have had a lot of rain, like I said. We'll put them in the garage, let them all dry off, and then after they've cured for about 2 weeks, we'll come back, we'll cut these roots off, we'll cut the stem off here, and we'll put it away for winter. I normally will store mine in my in a bag that has holes in it, and I will hang it in my pantry. So this is truly the easiest job you can get right here. And as I said, planting them is not difficult either, so. It is such a beautiful day here today. So beautiful. So now that I'm pulling these out, what I will do is I will come back and amend this soil. I'll put some bone meal in it. I'll put some compost in it, and I'm going to plant it up. I'm not sure if I'm going to do I'll probably do this bed with potatoes, and the bed that the potatoes in are now. When I pull those, I'll put beets in those. It's a little wonky. Okay guys, so I have it all pulled here. I'm not quite sure how much it is. I will say that it's more than 100 for sure. I started to count them and then I said forget it, I'll count them when I clean them up and get them ready to store. So you see how there's sun coming in now through the garage door. So I will keep this side of the door closed, of the garage I should say closed. And I'm going to put a fan in here on them, and so that they have some circulation. But the other side of the garage door will be open off and on, of course. And they will just stay like this for about 2 weeks. Hi guys, it's garlic cleaning day. And so I have a bag here on the floor. I should be doing this outside, but I'm not because it is way too hot. So what I do when I clean my garlic is I just take a pair of scissors and I cut the root end off, nice and neat. And then I take this and I leave about 1.5 inches or 1 inch on it. And then it's really simple. And then you just peel it back, all of the ones that are dry and just come off by themselves. The paper skin, and then that's it. It's ready to store. Now there's a couple of things that I wanted to show you about this garlic. When you peel your garlic and you're getting it ready for storage, make sure that you just take a minute to look it over really well. And if you notice something like little pinholes like this, for example, I hope you can see that. These are the garlic that you need to use first, because that is something called, I think it's called a leek moth, and it has gotten into your garlic. And this bulb here, for example, now, I can see that there are a couple of them, the little spots. There's one there, and one there. So it's not that they're no good, and there's one here on this one. But you want to set those aside and make sure that you use those ones up first. So I am just going to carry on here and get all of this garlic all prepared. I have 2 baskets here. I have 1 basket here for garlic that needs to be used up first. And I have another basket here for garlic that can be stored longer. And even the ones that have the leek moth here, the little bit of damage from them, what you can also do is go look for my video that I did on freezing garlic. And so you can simply just get the garlic ready now and peel them all and get them ready to freeze. Peel them, I put them in my food processor, I mince them up really well, and then I just do little scoops on a cookie sheet and freeze that, and then I put them in freezer bags. And so each scoop, when I need garlic, I can just pull that out and use it. But I did do a video on, as I said, on storing or preserving garlic by freezing it. So you could go that route also. But I just wanted to show everyone, particularly people who are in the Zone 4 area, how easy it is to actually grow your own garlic. And don't hesitate to give it a try. I think you will be really pleased with it. Now there's something else that I wanted to show you real quick. And that is, I mentioned before that I had actually taken some garlic cloves. Oh, look at this. Now you see the little holes here in this stalk, and you see that little bit of fuzz there? That is actually residue from the leaf moth. And so when you get that moth in your garlic bed, you have to be sure that you don't use the same bed the following year. And you want to make sure, you should always rotate anyway, but you want to make sure that you use a different bed. So another thing is, I did in one of my videos, I showed you that I had actually planted some garlic cloves out in my raised bed. I just did 2 of them as a test. And I did them in my raised bed in March. And there was still snow, but you could just barely get the bulbs in. And I just sprinkled some bone meal on top of that. And I just wanted to see if the garlic would grow if we put it in March, because as you know, typically you put garlic in the fall, you feed it and you mulch it and you put it to bed for the winter, right? This is the size bulb I got from March, from the garlic cloves that I planted in that raised bed in March. And so it's actually probably one of the biggest ones that I have. So this here is one of the biggest ones that I did in October. So this is very encouraging. I think I'm not going to plant all of my garlic in the fall, and I'm going to just leave maybe 20 cloves to plant again in March, just to see how that works out. So if anybody else is interested in trying that, by all means, go ahead. And so something I wanted to show you is I pulled this later than I pulled these. So as you can see, these are all dried back and dead, and so these are cured. They've been curing for about 2 weeks, right? This has only been curing for about a week, so it's still quite green. So that is going to need to stay in a place where it can be, get some air moving. So I'll put it back outside where I have in the garage, where I have the fan on it, and I'll set it on the rack. So it's just the 2 of them. These are the 2 that I planted in March. They're the only 2, and I'm just shocked at how big they are. So if you want to give that a test, that would be very interesting. I thought I would show you that. So that's it for the garlic. I am actually going to get this all cleaned up now, put it to bed for this season anyway. Most of these, I'm not quite sure how many cloves I have, but I will, at the end of the video, I'll actually put it up on screen, the number, how many I have this year. So not my best harvest, because I would have preferred them to be bigger, but they say that the size of the clove that you plant in the fall, or whenever you plant it, is directly proportional to the size of the bulb that you will get. So I do know that a lot of the cloves that I put in were not really, really big. So maybe that's why. So I think what I may do this year is I may see if I can buy some, there's a lady who is local to me, and if you're in close to Ottawa, I'll actually put her link below. But there is a lady who was close to me, and she grows garlic. And I got some from her last year, and it was really good. So I think I may get some bigger cloves from her this year if she has them, and use those to plant, and as I did last year, but they weren't huge because I didn't get it from her until later in the year. But anyway, as I was saying, I'll try to get some bigger bulbs from her, and I will plant the bigger cloves. So that'll be the plan. So I hope that some people found this useful. The big thing, as I said about garlic, is it's a heavy feeder, so you have to feed it often. And it's really simple to grow. There's nothing, when I say often, you feed it when you put it in, and you're mulching it. I do anyway. And then you'll feed it again in the spring, and you'll feed it again when you remove the scapes in late spring, early summer, depending upon where you are. Zone 4, please, 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 if you like garlic, grow it. Even try it in a pot. You'll have to get garlic seed, because apparently, and I'm not sure if this is true or not, but apparently the garlic that you buy at the store has been treated so that you can't actually grow, you can't actually plant it and get a harvest from it. But again, as I said, if you're close to the Ottawa area or Mississippi Mills around where I am here, I will post the information in this video for the lady who sells her garlic, and I believe it's organic as well. So good luck, guys. Let me know if you decide to plant the garlic next year, and if you have any questions or I can help you in any way at all, don't hesitate to reach out and leave a comment. I always reply to my comments. Here's another one with a little hole here. So I will be putting that as well to be used right away. So as I said, yep, any comments, any questions, anything at all that I can help you with, just reach out and let me know and I'll get back to you. So thanks so much for watching, everyone. Please like and share our videos and subscribe if you haven't. And God bless. Bye-bye.